This is Tom Gibson's free newsletter. Now, when I subscribe to it, I get recommendations for some other great newsletters. And when I subscribe to those, Tom just made $5. Let me show you how. Now, the recommendations that popped up are paid recommendations. So that means that these are creators that are paying Tom to be promoted on these recommendation slots on his site. So if someone like me opts into those promoted recommendations and becomes a confirmed subscriber, Tom gets paid. Now, creators are making hundreds and thousands of dollars a month just from paid recommendations. Now, I'm going to walk you through setting up your paid recommendations and a couple of other things you need to consider in order to maximize the amount that you can earn. Now, be sure to stick around to the end of the video to find out just how much you could potentially be earning from paid recommendations with your specific newsletter. Paid recommendations are powered by SparkLoop. To set this up, head over to My Recommendations, Settings, and then you'll be able to connect your ConvertKit account to SparkLoop. Now, once it's set up, you can search all the different paid recommendations and pick the ones you think that your audience would like. You can filter by types of newsletter or search by keywords, subscribe to a few of them, just see just what they're all about, and then when you're ready to recommend them, you can go ahead and click Add. You'll get paid for confirmed subscribers. And before you add this paid recommendation, you can see what this newsletter considers a confirmed subscriber. Now, by default, when this paid recommendation gets presented to your audience, it'll have the same description that you see up here. But your audience is a lot more likely to subscribe to a newsletter if you say why you love it and are recommending it. So you can do that here in the Personalize Your Recommendations section. Now, if you're looking through the options and thinking, hey, I write a newsletter about vintage comic books, and I'm not really seeing anything related to my specific niche. Consider this. Your readers love vintage comic books, and maybe most of them are, say, 30 to 45-year-old men. They probably also care a lot about their health. Or maybe they're interested in the latest AI news, or maybe they're considering starting a side hustle. You gotta consider recommendations that your audience might enjoy, even if they aren't super connected to your specific niche. Now, what's nice is that you can choose as many paid recommendation newsletters as you'd like, and over time, SparkLoop will actually learn what your audience likes best, which recommendations they subscribe to most, and they'll optimize for those recommendations, thus optimizing your earnings. Another option here is to just put it all on autopilot, which will actually help you earn more. At the top of your recommendations here, turn on the auto add pre-approved recommendations so you no longer have to go in and select each individual newsletter to recommend. Enabling this lets SparkLoop figure out which newsletters are the best fit to recommend to each individual subscriber of yours. They do this based on a ton of different data points. If SparkLoop knows that this subscriber is also subscribed to other health and fitness newsletter, it'll tend to recommend a health and fitness newsletter to that subscriber specifically. Now in ConvertKit, you can choose how many paid recommendations will show up to each new subscriber by going to My Recommendations and then Customize. If you want to maximize your earnings, you can have up to 5 recommendations and set them all to paid recommendations. And then you can go ahead and click on this preview, which will give you an example of what this will look like to your new subscribers. Now, if you're wondering, yeah, but how much could I actually potentially earn with my specific newsletter? Well, we actually built a calculator to help you figure this out. In this example, let's say that you get about 800 new subscribers a month and you've got 5 paid recommendation slots. Let's go with a 13% conversion rate, and maybe you have a niche consumer audience type. You could be potentially earning over $1,000 a month just from paid recommendations. And that's all happening automatically once you set it all up. Now, we've linked to this revenue calculator in the description below, as well as our step-by-step guide for setting up paid recommendations. All in all, use paid recommendations to grow your income by promoting other creators and getting paid. You can also use free recommendations to grow your list by working with other creators to cross-promote each other's newsletter for free and getting new subscribers. Now, you might be asking the question, how do you get other creators to recommend your email list to their subscribers for free? Well, why don't you check out this video to see exactly how one creator was able to grow her small email list by 155% by using free recommendations. We'll see you over there.